Hey, if you're getting an Xbox One X, you're probably thinking about picking up Shadow of War, the sequel to Shadow of Mordor. And if you're going to get it on the Xbox One X and that's your plan, this is going to be a video you're going to want to pay attention to. What's up, everybody? Crapgamer here with Crapgamer Reviews, back with another video. Thank you guys so much for checking it out. I really do appreciate it. So, the Shadow of War dev was talking about tweaking its engine for Xbox One X development, giving it the full gamut of HDR and true 4K. Matt Allen, director of technical art at Shadow of War developer Monolith Productions, was talking about how they were developing for the Xbox One X and the power of this thing. Being part of the Xbox One family, developing for Xbox One X has been fairly easy. Something that has been confirmed by various studios, including Forza developer Turn 10 Studios. In a new interview published by Games Industry Biz, Monolith's technical art director talks about adjusting their engine to take advantage of Xbox One X's more powerful hardware. And this is what he had to say. So our engine has a pretty cool layer where the content guys just go and make incredibly high-res stuff. 8K face textures for the orcs, 16K body textures, millions of triangles on the models, Allen said. And there's a layer that says, I'm going to do this so it works on a low-end PC, and I'm going to do this for the PS4 and the Xbox One. So that means when a more powerful system comes out, all we have to do is tweak that layer, because the content guys are making stuff we still can't show. According to the technical director, it took the development team roughly 1 day to get Shadow of War running on the original Xbox One X, the Scorpio development kits. He says, from a content standpoint, it didn't take us long to get it working. From an engineering standpoint, because it shares a lot of DNA with Windows 10, and we are already running on Windows 10, it took our engineering director about a day to get it running on the original Scorpio kits. It wasn't perfect. There were edge cases, so it involved a bit of tweaking, but it's not a lot of extra work. He went on to explain that the extra work was involved in adjusting the game's lighting due to the addition of HDR. And he says the extra work comes in with stuff you can do like HDR. HDR is a color space that is sort of new to games, and a lot of games are using physically based rendering. We develop PBR in a standard colored range, and when you get into HDR, the color range gets all wonky because there's so much more. So there was about a month of iteration trying to get the lighting correct. And he also mentioned the beauty of watching Shadow of War in 4K resolution and HDR. He says, after we have shown the stuff to the journalists and artists will come in and look at it because they have only seen their stuff in 4K, and then seeing it in HDR, they get to see the full gamut of how lighting affects all of these materials. And you get a row of artists just staring at their work. It's like they're seeing it for the first time. When you just see it and it's new and you have nothing to compare it to, you think it looks cool. But if you know the content well, it's just so different. And when you have seen it like this, you go back to the previous version and it looks just dull. We've had bugs where they've said everything looks a bit gray, but it's just that they're playing with the SDR and they're so used to it in HDR. So they're really talking about how great the Xbox One X is and how powerful it is and how HDR is a real game changer. This is what we need developers to be taking advantage of in terms of the Xbox One X. We want them to use it to the full advantage. And this is what's so sad about games like Destiny 2 or maybe even Call of Duty World War 2. Even if they do get updates for the X, I mean, the fact that the developers aren't able to talk about it or maybe won't update it, who knows, is very sad to me. You know, I wouldn't want anything, even a marketing deal, to hold back a game just because PlayStation wasn't the marketing deal holder, right? So like Shadow of War, it's going to be HDR and dynamic 4K or scalable on the PS4 Pro, and that's fine by me. I don't think anything should hold back these platforms. So I'm a little bit bummed out by that, but I will link this in the description so you guys can check it out. Interesting read, interesting stuff if you like the techie stuff and want to know just how powerful the Xbox One X is and what it's going to offer if you decide to fully take advantage of the console like these developers should be. Thanks for watching. You guys have a great day. Rack 'em up. Crapgamer out.